What is up, everybody? Of course, not even like a day or two later after the confirmation Nintendo gave that they will announce the Switch 2 within 2024, I believe. They will hold some sort of thing about it. I actually believe that the Switch 2 will be unveiled in Christmas 2024, if not early 2025. Wow, look at me. I'm gonna be a Colt Eastwood. Gonna be a Colt Eastwood of Nintendo. I don't know why that quote that I said just sounded like him. Anyways, which is not a good thing, by the way, for any people who are confused. Anyways, but yeah, so pretty much, then we'll be talking about the new Nintendo Switch. The new Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, highlight specs, launch timeline, backwards compatibility, and more. Compatibility and more. So this is pretty much the no clip version of it. We're just going to be looking at this. So pretty much a new set of leaks give us an early idea of the Nintendo Switch 2's specification, size, and launch time. The Nintendo Switch 2 could feature 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM. So basically 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is actually significantly more compared to the original Switch. The original Switch only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I believe two or three of those are only for game development. That's it. Yeah, not really a lot, man. The rest of it's for the operating system. Um, yeah, and 256 gigabytes of UFS 3.1 storage. I don't know what exactly that means, but I know that that just means that you're gonna have a 256 gigabytes of storage, which, in my opinion, that's what the original Switch at least should have had. But whatever. And so the Switch 2 could retain backwards compatibility with first gen Switch games. I already expressed how much they better and they should do that. Not to mention that they should also have the option to play them at a better resolution, which is what other reports have been saying as well. So yeah, we might get the best of both worlds, guys. Can't wait. More information of the Switch 2 could emerge in fall 2024. See that's a report that's saying that. That's a report saying that. And then a release plan for March 2025. Dude, if that happens, that's actually the best because they actually launched the original Switch. If you guys don't know, they actually launched the original Switch in 2017 in March. You know, and that worked out so well for them because you know it's not much competition. It's really not much competition. So um, yeah, which at the time I thought that was a stupid idea, but we all did, right? It's like, no, consoles always release in the holidays, Nintendo. Are you crazy? But here's Nintendo thinking outside the box, releasing it in March, and proved us all wrong. you know, proved us all wrong. But yeah, well, with that being said, though, you know, with that being said, yeah, let's just get more into the reports, shall we? So here is the thing. Yeah, we're gonna go to this real quick. So here's the reporter, I guess, and here's the thing said. So I don't have time to compile the details, but from the shipment listings, the console has 12 gigabytes of RAM, from two 6 gigabytes of 75 MTS. I don't know what that means. Again, I really don't. But all I know is that that's in total 12 gigabytes of RAM. And then he even like wasn't really clear if it is LPDDR5X, the that kind, whatever modules. So yeah, he doesn't even know if it is that exact RAM or the LPDDR5 version. It says LLPD, no, LPDDR5X. So confusing. Sorry. Yeah. And then the internal storage being 256 gigabytes. Again, huge improvement. And honestly, if they just make it as powerful as the Steam Deck, I think the Switch 2 will honestly be fine. I wanted it to be more powerful than that, but Again, realistically, it doesn't need to be. I want it to be, but again, looking at just modern gaming today, you know, it's like most people don't even take advantage of the PS5 and Series X anyways, if I'm being honest. And even when they do, they're like garbage modern sloth that don't even take advantage of the power. Instead, they use it to as an excuse for their poor optimization skills. The only reason why shitty developers have games only on the PS5 and Series X, as far as I noticed, is only because they're too lazy or like too inefficient at their job to be optimizing for the Xbox One and PS4. That's literally the only reason why. Only reason why. Prove me wrong otherwise. I mean, I know that like there are some PS5 exclusives, but again, some really don't have any right. Again, it was just like a ploy to be like, look, they could do with PS5 SSD. That's about it. Ratchet and Clank literally proved, like on PC, sorry, on PC, Ratchet and Clank literally proved that you did not need the PS5's SSD for that game. So that game could have gone on PS4. I said that in the beginning of the PS5 generation, and that was correct. Now, what Nintendo will do with this type of power, unlike Sony and Microsoft, is uh, you cannot deny that like Nintendo takes better care or better utilage of their hardware, you know, than Sony and Microsoft recently, at least. What did Sony do with the PS5 that made it look like, oh my god, I really need a PS5 for this? What did Sony do? Nothing. Literally nothing. And especially Microshaft, what did they do? Oh yeah, they fired studios, right? But other than that, I mean, what did they do? Oh right, they hindered their first party titles. They hindered a third party titles by having them use that garbage fucking Series S, right? That shitty, underpowered, underrammed, fucking Series S, really. Um, and then like, in the beginning of the Series X, when really they could have taken advantage of the fact that no one bought the fucking Xbox One, they made Halo hindered for their shitty ass console. You know, they have to hinder fucking Halo and push back the 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 what the hell was it called? Like it was like dual screen or whatever, right? Like it was that dual screen shit, and they took that out. You know, the single player co-op. There you go. They took out single player co-op or delayed it indefinitely. You know, because they were gonna quote unquote put it in there, but then they didn't because the Xbox One limitation. And then they also limited some other stuff too because of the Xbox One. So Microsoft, Microshaft, and Sony use their previous hardware as an excuse to not take advantage of their newer hardware. Nintendo doesn't really do that. They really don't. Um, um, Now, the only reason why they did that in the beginning of the 3DS, honestly, is because the 3DS sold like shit, like absolute shit. But when you see something like the DS compared to the Game Boy Advance, you know, you saw that they took advantage of the DS fast and hard because it was successful. They also took advantage of the Wii compared to the GameCube fast and hard because of its success. And then when the 3DS launched, like in its popularity, sort of, like they made games for it. You see what I mean? Like they give it their all with their newest piece of hardware. They really do. So, yeah, just want to let that be known. you know. But yeah, so this is good news. This is pretty good. I mean, I honestly expected it to be actually weaker than that. I really did. So I'm not trying to sound like a Nintendo fanboy. I'm really not. But holy hell, I have to say I'm pretty proud of this. I hope this is true. If not, I hope it is a little bit more powerful. Like I said, it would be nice if it's in between a PS4 and a PS5, like the power of that. But I get why they don't want to do that. You know, and honestly, The $400, $500 price tag is not a problem as long as it is worth that price. I don't care ultimately. I really don't. Um, like I don't want hardware, especially Nintendo's, to be hindered because of price. Nintendo already has enough hindrance with their hardware. Um, ever, right? Like ever, they always have. Um, really, like look at the GameCube, look at the Game Boy, look at the N64. Like all of those had some form of hardware limitations. Every single one, you know. So yeah, but I just hope that this console, this newest console, the Switch 2, whatever it'll be called, won't have any hindrance. And by the looks of this, it doesn't seem like it will. So awesome. Anyways, guys, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.